Loik Raджабов. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he specializes in Sambo, standing at 6 feet even, weighing in at 155 pounds. In 19 professional bouts, he has a record of 18 wins and 1 defeat. He is the #2 seed, fighting out of Dagestan, Russia, Ислам Мамедов. Your referee in charge, Jason Herzog.
Jason Herzog wearing our ref cam. If necessary, we'll give you a look inside the PFL Smart Cage. Ислам Мамедов in the red shorts, the #2 seed, Loik Raджабов in the gray.
Are you ready? Fight!
More than 30 fights between them, but only a loss apiece. The show of respect here to open up this lightweight quarterfinal, and Ислам Мамедов slaps an inside leg kick. There's Nate Andrews, the 6th seed. He'll face Chris Wade later, potentially facing the winner of this fight if he can get past Wade. Feeling out process continues here, 30 seconds down in round 1.
Ислам Мамедов is a veteran of the PFL. He's undefeated inside the PFL, and he made it this far last season. Undefeated, though, he pulled out of the playoffs after winning his quarterfinals. And I think he wants to go all the way this year.
Powerful stuff there by Loik Raджабов, and a left hook to follow it up. Mamedov goes back to a single. Oh, and Raджабov has him hurt. Ислам Мамедов once again on a single leg. Raджабov wrenching at the jaw of Ислам Мамедов to get him off of that single leg. Mамедов able to elevate and dump Raджабov at least temporarily to the ground. He was stumbled there for a minute, Randy.
He was. That little hammer fist caught him right on the chin and wobbled him a little bit. Loik said he had the wrestling ability to negate Mамедov's wrestling experience. He certainly showed that with a really hard sprawl, brought his hips hard and stifled the single leg attempts by Mamedov.
He also showed that he understands what Islam wants to do, because in the fighter meetings when we spoke to him, he said that Islam was going to try to wrestle him to negate or to get away from his punching power.
Nice Granby roll by Loik Raджабov to get out of the bottom position.
Mamedov attempts to grab another single.
Front choke attempt.
Mamedov able to step out of it, and now right into the mount on top of Loik Raджabov.
Full mount.
You see there the legs laced all the way underneath the backside of Loik Raджabov. Tough position to escape. And he just bench presses his way out of the bottom there.
Hip escape by Rađabov.
Showing that power. Mamedov trains with a tough team. He's out there at American Kickboxing Academy with Khabib Nurmagomedov, Daniel Cormier. You know, that's a very strong camp, especially for kickboxing and grappling.
And we got a bit of an education yesterday on the popularity of MMA in Tajikistan, where Loik Rađabov hails from. He and his coaches were telling us that if he could advance to the championship by fighting twice and winning twice tonight, it would be the biggest fight in the history of that country. He might be the biggest star in combat sports in the history of that country. Huge opportunity for him here, but he's underneath Ислам Мамедов. Side control for Ислам Мамедов in the red trunks on top.
Gets that underhook, circles towards it.
Interestingly enough, Mamedov is the last man to beat our season 1 champion, Natan Schultz, who of course he might see later tonight. Take a look inside Ислам Мамедов's corner.
Hold the position. You have to. Right leg. Go around with the right leg. Hold the position. Well done, buddy. Just like that.
I misspoke. It would be in the championship that Mamedov could potentially rematch with Natan Schultz. But right now, Ислам Мамедов grinding away on Loik Rađabov. 1 minute left here in the quarterfinal bout.
Have we seen this position before in mixed martial arts?
Absolutely have. It's one of the favorites of Khabib Nurmagomedov, stepping over both those ankles, trapping a guy's hips in that top position.
That's got to be a tough room to get out from underneath the bottom of.
It was a really nice level change of penetration to that double leg to put Raджабов in this position.
And now Islam takes the back, at least temporarily, of Loic Raджabov.
And the way this round went, I can see judges having a different opinion over this one because Mamedov was stunned. He was hurt, but he did control the situations.
A second round of lightweight quarterfinal action when we return.
That spot, but man, he had to be hurt.
Mamedov in the red trunks, undefeated in the last 10 years of MMA action.
That means he was a teenager the last time he lost a fight.
Raджабov in the gray. Second and final round of this quarterfinal bout. It's fight twice, win twice for a chance at $1 million in a PFL belt. This is lightweight quarterfinal action. Ooh. Big hooks here from Loic Raджabov, crowding himself a little bit, but putting Mamedov on the retreat. He ducks under, grabs the takedown.
He should have stepped over the head, but he didn't. He made the second best choice. He got himself out of there.
Raджabov did a great job of spinning out of that last takedown attempt, but now the body lock by Ислам Мамедов, smothering pressure against the cage here for the Dagestani representative. There's Chris Wade watching. He will potentially face the winner of this bout, the Long Island killer Chris Wade, carrying our 3 seed into these lightweight playoffs. And Randy, this is a place where you made a lot of hay, pressing guys up against the cage, wearing them out. Is Mamedov doing all the right things here?
For the most part, he's absolutely controlling the position, and he's dictating where this fight takes place right now. But I feel like he's doing that because he doesn't like the power that he's feeling from Loic.
And I think, Yves, to your point at the end of round number 1, it's hard to know how things are going to be judged. Control is one thing, but when you get dropped early in a round, you have to control for a long time in order to recover in the judges' eyes sometimes.
Yeah, and by getting rocked like that, sometimes those judges, they feel like that's a more significant aspect of the round.
More smothering pressure here from Mamedov on top. 3 minutes remaining in this quarterfinal lightweight bout. Raджabov pressing against the head, scrambling, trying to get himself out. Mamedov locked onto the right leg of Loic Raджabov.
And we've seen before, sometimes the judges don't award you for what they seem to, what we call sometimes lay and pray. It's not as if Mamedov is laying and praying. He's working for these takedowns. He's not affecting too much damage from the top.
Temporarily back to his feet was Loic Raджabov, but Mamedov has dumped him to his back again, working against the cage on the ground halfway through round number 2. Yves, how do you get out from under this smothering pressure?
What Raджabov needs to do is take his right hand and push down on Mamedov's head so that he can turn his hips over. And if Loic Raджabov can turn his hips over and go belly down in that direction, he'll be able to build up to his knees, and then it's going to be a matter of fighting hands to get to the space that he needs to throw the strikes.
Mamedov staying on top, but it's been all wrestling. So far, not a significant strike thrown on the ground.
And now with his head up against the fence, it makes it so much harder.
Mamedov steps over to the mount. Loic Raджabov inside of 2 minutes left to make something happen here. If the judges saw this as a win in round number 1 for Loic Raджabov, and they finish this quarterfinal bout at 1 round apiece, judges are asked to pick an overall winner of the fight, the overall body of work. Raджabov able to scramble out, and now he finds himself on top and again defending a single leg takedown.
He scrambled nicely, came right up, and instead of backing off and taking space and creating striking room, he ran right into another Mamedov single leg and puts himself right back in the bottom.
Agreed. He looked a little indecisive at that moment also. He didn't jump right on, and he didn't back out. He paused for a second, and I think that gave Mamedov time to decide he was going to come to his knees and attack that single leg.
Mamedov once again on top, inside control of Loik Raджабов. Raджабov able to escape and an uppercut. Does he have enough time with 30 seconds remaining here in round number 2? The final round of this bout. Mamedov shoots for another single leg, tying up the left leg, but now Raджабov's on his neck.
That's deep.
Ислам Мамедов defending the choke, but he's got Raджабov off to the side of his body. Can Raджабov finish the choke?
He can't finish it with one hand.
With 10 seconds remaining, he'll squeeze on the neck of Ислам Мамедов.
Not from that angle. He can't finish it with one hand.
A rally at the end there for Loik Raджабov. Now this is going to be interesting because some judges will score
what you're doing when you're in these controlling positions. And Loik Raджabov did the most damage, although Mamedov was controlling some of these wrestling situations. He wasn't doing any damage.
Here's the replay. Randy, walk me through this.
He's in deep. Mamedov's in deep on this double. Pulls the hips out and drops him. Drops Loik right to his back. And you look for him, he's going to step over and try and secure those legs. Here he's at the back, he got too high. Loik did a nice job pulling him over the top and settling in and making him stand up. Mamedov wants no part of it. He's diving right back in for that single. And here's the bulldog choke. He's got an opposite leg in to secure as an anchor, and it's an odd angle to really secure a good blood choke.
You can see the pressure there, the color of Mамедov's head changing colors, but on such short time, Loik Raджабov unable to finish. And here's the referee cam. It's a game of inches sometimes, Eve.
Man, inches and fractions of seconds. That's what fighting's all about. But look at Mamedov. He knows he's in trouble, but he's doing the right things. He's trying to get his back to the mat. He's trying to keep Loik off of his back completely from getting that back position. It did exactly what he needed to wade out that 10-second, 15-second situation.
Here are the Cageonomics final fight stats, and Ислам Мамедов with those takedowns really told the story of his entire offense